There is a moment in life so subtle, yet so powerful, that it quietly transforms everything you thought you knew about love, time, and creation. It begins not with noise, but with a realization of doubling, a miracle unfolding in parallel. Twin pregnancy is not just a medical condition. It is a journey where every heartbeat echoes twice, where every change carries deeper meaning, and where anticipation grows in layers. And then comes that first photo, the image that captures not just a growing belly, but the beginning of a story that will never be repeated in the same way again. This is not just about documenting a body changing. It is about freezing a moment where two lives are forming, side by side, in perfect mystery. Imagine looking back at a single image and feeling the entire weight of a journey rush back into your heart, the excitement, the uncertainty, the quiet strength, and the overwhelming love. That is the power of the first twin belly photo. In this video, we are going to explore the emotional and symbolic meaning behind this unforgettable milestone, and how each passing month transforms not just the body but the soul of a mother carrying two lives at once. If this story resonates with you, or if you're walking this path yourself, take a moment to subscribe, like the video, and share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone who needs it more than you realize. Now, let's begin this journey together. The discovery of a twin pregnancy often arrives like a quiet shock, a moment where reality seems to expand beyond expectation and settle into something deeper and more complex. It is not simply the idea of becoming a parent, but of becoming a parent twice over, simultaneously, with all the beauty and responsibility that comes with it. From the very beginning, there is a sense that this journey will be unlike any other, filled with layered emotions that shift between awe and uncertainty. The body begins to change, not gradually in the usual sense, but with a kind of intensity that reflects the presence of two growing lives. Each sensation carries more weight. Each milestone feels magnified, and each thought stretches further into the future. It is in this delicate space between realization and acceptance that the idea of capturing the first photo begins to form, almost instinctively, as if the heart already knows that this moment will one day become a memory worth holding on to forever. The first photo of the twin belly is rarely planned with perfection in mind. Yet it holds a kind of raw authenticity that no later image can fully replicate. It is taken at a time when the body is just beginning to show the earliest signs of transformation. When the curve of the belly is still subtle but undeniably present, there is something deeply symbolic about this stage, as it represents the bridge between what was once invisible and what is now becoming real. The photo captures more than a physical change. It reflects a quiet acknowledgement of life unfolding beneath the surface. The hands that rest gently on the belly often do so without conscious direction, guided instead by instinct and connection. It is a gesture of protection, of wonder, and of an emerging bond that is still finding its shape. In this single frame, there is a story that has just begun, filled with possibilities that cannot yet be fully understood. As the weeks pass, the significance of that first image begins to grow, taking on new meaning as the body continues to evolve. What once felt like a small and almost uncertain change becomes something more defined, more visible, and more powerful. The belly expands in a way that reflects not just growth but presence, as if the lives within are gradually making themselves known to the world. The comparison between the first photo and the current moment creates a sense of continuity, a visual narrative that tells the story of transformation over time. Each new image becomes a chapter, building upon the last, revealing the subtle and sometimes dramatic shifts that occur throughout the months. The body becomes a canvas where life is painted in motion, and the camera becomes a tool for preserving that motion in stillness. Through this process, the act of taking photos transforms into something more meaningful, becoming a ritual of acknowledgement and appreciation. There is a unique emotional depth that accompanies a twin pregnancy, one that often feels difficult to articulate in words alone. The knowledge that two lives are growing simultaneously creates a sense of dual awareness, where every thought and feeling seems to carry twice the significance. The first photo becomes a reflection of this duality, capturing not just the beginning of a physical journey, but the emergence of a new identity. It is a moment where the individual begins to see themselves differently, not just as a person, but as a vessel of life in its most profound form. This shift in perspective can be both empowering and overwhelming, as it challenges old definitions and invites new ones to take their place. The image serves as a reminder that even in the earliest stages, something extraordinary is already taking shape, quietly and persistently, beneath the surface of everyday life. As the pregnancy progresses, the changes become more pronounced, and the body begins to tell a story that is impossible to ignore. The belly grows in a way that feels both natural and extraordinary, stretching to accommodate the needs of two developing beings. Each movement, each sensation, carries a sense of purpose, as if the body instinctively knows what it needs to do. The evolution captured through photos becomes a timeline of resilience, strength, and adaptation. The first image, once a simple marker of beginning, now stands in contrast to the present, highlighting just how far the journey has come. It becomes a point of reference, a reminder of the moment when everything started to change. This progression creates a deeper appreciation for the process itself, for the way the body transforms not just physically but emotionally and mentally as well, preparing for the arrival of new life. There is also a sense of anticipation that grows alongside the physical changes, a quiet but persistent awareness that something monumental is approaching. The first photo becomes a symbol of that anticipation, capturing the moment before the journey truly unfolds. As the months pass, this anticipation evolves into a more tangible form, shaped by experiences, emotions, and the gradual realization of what lies ahead. The act of documenting this journey through images allows for a deeper connection to these feelings, providing a way to reflect on the passage of time and the transformation it brings. Each photo becomes a reminder of a specific moment, a snapshot of a feeling that might otherwise fade into memory. Together, they form a collection of experiences that tell a story far richer than words alone could convey. The connection between the mother and the twins begins long before birth, forming quietly and steadily as the pregnancy progresses. The first photo captures the earliest stage of this connection, when it is still intangible but deeply present. It is a moment of recognition, where the bond begins to take shape, guided by instinct and emotion. As the belly grows and the babies develop, this connection deepens, becoming more defined and more powerful. The photos taken along the way serve as visual markers of this evolving bond, each one reflecting a different stage of connection and understanding. The first image, in particular, holds a special place, as it represents the moment when the connection first became visible, when the invisible became something that could be seen and shared. There is something profoundly symbolic about the act of capturing these moments, as it transforms the fleeting nature of time into something permanent. The first photo becomes a cornerstone of this transformation, anchoring the beginning of the journey in a way that can be revisited and remembered. It is not just about preserving an image, but about preserving a feeling, a moment of realization that can never be recreated in the same way. As the pregnancy continues, the collection of photos grows, each one adding to the narrative, each one contributing to a larger story. The first image remains a constant, a point of origin that gives meaning to everything that follows. It is a reminder that every journey has a beginning, and that this beginning is often more powerful than we realize at the time. The physical changes of a twin pregnancy are often accompanied by emotional shifts that can be just as significant. The first photo captures a moment before many of these changes fully take hold, offering a glimpse into a time when everything still feels new and uncertain. As the months progress, these emotions evolve, shaped by experiences, challenges, and moments of joy. The comparison between the first image and later ones highlights not just the physical transformation, but the emotional journey as well. It reveals how the individual grows alongside the pregnancy, adapting to new realities and embracing new identities. This dual transformation creates a sense of depth and complexity that is unique to the experience of carrying twins, making each photo a valuable piece of a much larger story. The act of revisiting the first photo often brings with it a sense of nostalgia, a longing for the simplicity of that initial moment. It is a reminder of a time when everything was just beginning, when the future was still unwritten and full of possibilities. This sense of nostalgia is not rooted in a desire to return to that moment, but in an appreciation for how far the journey has come. The image serves as a bridge between past and present, connecting the early stages of the pregnancy with the current reality. It allows for reflection, for a deeper understanding of the transformation that has taken place, and for a renewed sense of gratitude for the experience as a whole. As the due date approaches, the significance of the first photo becomes even more pronounced, taking on a new layer of meaning as the journey nears its conclusion. It becomes a symbol of everything that has been experienced, from the initial discovery to the final stages of preparation. The image represents not just the beginning but the entire journey, encapsulating months of growth, change, and anticipation in a single frame. It serves as a reminder of the strength and resilience required to carry two lives, and of the profound transformation that has taken place along the way. In this sense, the first photo becomes more than just an image. It becomes a testament to the journey itself. The evolution of the twin belly throughout the months tells a story that is both deeply personal and universally relatable. It is a story of growth, of change, and of the incredible capacity of the human body to adapt and nurture life. The first photo marks the beginning of this story, providing a reference point from which all other changes can be measured. As the belly grows and the pregnancy progresses, the story becomes more detailed, more complex, and more meaningful. Each photo adds a new layer to the narrative, capturing a moment in time that contributes to the overall journey. Together they form a visual representation of a process that is as remarkable as it is transformative. There is a quiet strength that develops throughout a twin pregnancy, one that is often reflected in the images taken along the way. The first photo captures the earliest stage of this strength, when it is still emerging and not yet fully realized. As the months pass, this strength becomes more apparent, shaped by the challenges and experiences of the journey. The comparison between the first image and later ones reveals this growth, highlighting the resilience and determination required to navigate such a unique experience. It is a reminder that strength is not always something that is immediately visible, but something that develops over time, often in ways that are only recognized in hindsight. The journey of a twin pregnancy is filled with moments that are both ordinary and extraordinary, each one contributing to a larger narrative of transformation and growth. The first photo captures one of these moments, freezing it in time and giving it a permanence that allows it to be revisited and appreciated. As the journey continues, these moments accumulate, creating a rich tapestry of experiences that define the pregnancy as a whole. The act of capturing these moments through photos allows for a deeper connection to the journey, providing a way to reflect on the passage of time and the changes it brings. It transforms the experience from something fleeting into something lasting, something that can be shared and remembered. In many ways, the first photo of the twin belly represents a beginning that is both simple and profound. It is a moment of realization, a point where the journey shifts from abstract to tangible, from idea to reality. This transition is captured in the image, reflecting a change that goes beyond the physical and touches on the emotional and psychological aspects of the experience. As the pregnancy progresses, this initial moment becomes a reference point, a reminder of where everything began. It provides a sense of continuity, linking the early stages of the journey with everything that follows, and giving meaning to the transformation that takes place over time. The passage of time during a twin pregnancy often feels both accelerated and slowed, as each moment carries a weight that is difficult to describe. The first photo captures a moment at the beginning of this complex relationship with time, offering a glimpse into a stage where everything still feels open and undefined. As the months pass, time seems to take on a different quality, shaped by the experiences and changes that occur along the way. The collection of photos becomes a way to navigate this shifting perception, providing markers that help to anchor the experience in something tangible. The first image remains a constant, a reminder of the starting point from which everything else unfolds. Ultimately, the first photo of the twin belly is more than just an image. It is a symbol of a journey that is as unique as it is universal. It captures a moment of transformation, a point where life begins to take shape in a way that is both visible and deeply felt. As the pregnancy progresses, this image becomes a touchstone, a reminder of the beginning and of the incredible journey that follows. It holds within it the essence of the experience, reflecting not just the physical changes, but the emotional and psychological transformation that accompanies them. In this way, the first photo becomes a lasting representation of a moment that will never be repeated, but will always be remembered. When you look back at that first photo, you are not just seeing a beginning, you are feeling it. You are remembering the uncertainty, the quiet excitement, and the invisible bond that was just starting to form. Twin pregnancy is a journey that stretches the limits of the body and expands the depth of the heart. And that first image becomes a timeless reminder of where it all began. Long after the months have passed and the babies have grown, that photo will still hold its power, whispering the story of two lives that started side by side, and of a love that multiplied before it was even seen.